I realise I'm late to the party, however, as everybody knows, I've got a new baby. You know, I'm running on fumes and everything. I'm coming into the office when I can, but this was something I definitely wanted to talk about. Pink Floyd star Roger Waters condemned over Nazi costume at Berlin concert. The row comes after the British bassist and singer won a legal battle with officials in Frankfurt who wanted to ban his upcoming concert over accusations of anti-Semitism. And there's like the famous picture of him doing it there. Police in Germany have launched an investigation into Pink Floyd co-founder Roger Waters after he fired an imitation machine gun while wearing a Nazi-inspired uniform at a concert in Berlin. The British bassist and singer was filmed wearing a long black coat, excuse me, and red armband featuring crossed hammers instead of swastikas, as he pretended to shoot a fake weapon during a skit between songs. Germany has strict rules against the use of Nazi imagery, punishable by up to 3 years in prison, although its laws do allow exceptions for artistic or educational purposes. Artistic purposes is the one that we're going to focus on. Video clips and photos of the show at the German capital's Mercedes-Benz Arena on 17th May have sparked outrage. Another image of the concert shows the names of Holocaust victim Anne Frank in large letters as a backdrop. Critics include Israel's foreign ministry. It wrote on Twitter, "Good morning to everyone but Roger Waters, who spent the evening in Berlin, yes Berlin, desecrating the memory of Anne Frank and the 6 million Jews murdered in the Holocaust." US campaign group Stop Anti-Semitism also accused Waters of denigrating the murder of Anne Frank. It added, "Great news, Berlin police have launched a criminal investigation." I mean, for Stop Anti-Semitism, you know, they encourage a lot of anti-Semitism. Berlin Police Chief Inspector Martin Harwig confirmed to Sky News that officers had initiated criminal investigation proceedings in the case regarding suspicion of incitement of the people. He added, The context of the stage clothes worn, that's a really weird sentence, is likely to condone, glorify, or justify the Nazi dictatorship and arbitrary rule in a way that violates the dignity of the victims and thereby disturbs the public peace. You clearly did not understand what Roger Stone was trying to do then. It was an artistic piece that you clearly misunderstood. All incriminating and exculpatory evidence will be collected for the preliminary investigation and will be used in the proceedings. Prosecutors will consider any possible charges once police have concluded their investigations. It's a parody, but fans of the singer said his performance was a recreation of a scene in Pink Floyd's 1982 film The Wall, based on the hit album of the same name. The movie features a character played by singer Bob Geldof, who is shown imagining he is a fascist dictator who uses crossed hammers as a symbol. Sorry, I'm tired. I'm just after having a coughing fit. I'm trying to make it through these videos. Waters has also defended his long-time use of such imagery and says it is intended to criticise groups such as the Nazis and show how it is very easy for populist politics to develop into fascism. Elliot, populist politics aren't a bad thing, right? Yes, they have become fascism at some points, but they've also become lots of different types of governments. Earlier this month, before the concert, he told the Katie Halper Show podcast, "It's theatre, darling. The idea that no one can dress up as a fucking Nazi uniform ever, dress up in a fucking Nazi uniform ever, to do anything in a theatre or a film is ludicrous, obviously. It's a parody." That's correct. I mean, are you going to arrest, like, all of the fucking extras in Inglourious Bastards? Like, because they dressed up in Nazi uniform? It's like an art piece. Right, he added, "I think anti-Semitism is odious and racist, and I condemn it unreservedly. It comes after Waters won a legal battle with officials in Frankfurt who tried to cancel his planned concert in the city this Sunday, 28th of May. Frankfurt City Council and the Hessian state government banned the show in a bid to set an example against anti-Semitism. The ban was overturned following a legal appeal by Waters. The solo star also had planned two planned shows in Poland cancelled last year, reportedly over his views on the war in Ukraine." Okay, so basically it's Pink Floyd, the guy's a musician, it was clearly an art piece. Obviously the Nazis were an inspiration, but he wasn't dressed as a literal Nazi, it just had like the themes. Basically, if I was making a movie and I wanted people to know these guys are fascists or whatever, I would theme the uniforms kind of like Nazi uniforms, because people have that imagery stored away in their head where, okay, that's the imagery they have in their head. This is the message I want to convey. This is the imagery I can use in order to, get them to think the way I want them to think. right? So basically, this was an art piece. It was a musical performance, right? You can what I see what musicians do on stage as art. I think a lot of people would agree with that. Some people might even say even Gigi Allen, who used to rub shit all over himself on stage. Yeah, yeah, it's art. That is art. Didn't say it was good art. Right, it's still art. I didn't say it was good art, but I see anything that musicians do on stage as art because musicians are artists. They are musical artists, right? And that is exactly what he was doing. But when it comes to speech laws and stuff like that, Germany just doesn't really give a fuck.